Imagine having the entire world at your fingertips and using that power to, say, appoint your horse as a senator, or light your capital city on fire just to redecorate. Welcome to the elite club of ancient emperors, where bad decisions weren't just mistakes, they were historic disasters. Let's dive deep into the grand circus of ancient leadership fails. Number 10. Nero's Great Fire of Rome. In 64 CE, a great fire ravaged Rome for 6 full days. Historians like Tacitus suggest Nero was singing of the destruction of Troy while the city burned. Whether he actually plucked a lyre during the inferno is debated, but his actions afterward were indisputably tone-deaf. Instead of helping victims rebuild, Nero took advantage of the cleared land to construct his sprawling golden house, complete with a colossal statue of himself. This real estate grab turned public sympathy into furious resentment. To shift the blame, Nero accused Christians, leading to horrific executions that sowed deeper unrest. Modern historians believe his response to the fire was one of the earliest examples of government mismanagement during a disaster. Nero's reputation was so bad that after his death, several impostors later claimed to be Nero returned, and people actually believed them. Number 9. Caligulas Ecquinus Senator, Gaius Julius Caesar. Augustus Germanicus, better known as Caligula, started his reign promisingly, but soon plummeted into scandalous insanity. Ancient sources like Suetonius describe how Caligula lavished his horse, Incitatus, with a marble stall, an ivory manger, and even a house. He allegedly planned to make Incitatus a consul, the highest elected office in Rome, just to mock the Senate's incompetence. Even if this move was satire rather than lunacy, it destroyed public trust. Caligula's reign turned into a carnival of cruelty and absurdity, including declaring war on Neptune, god of the sea, and ordering his troops to collect seashells as spoils of victory. Eventually, the Praetorian Guard had enough. They assassinated him in 41 CE, ending one of the most bizarre chapters in Roman history. Number 8. Commodus's gladiatorial obsession. Unlike his philosophical father Marcus Aurelius, Commodus preferred wrestling lions to ruling Rome. He fancied himself a reincarnation of Hercules and performed in gladiatorial combats, often rigged so he would win. Ancient chroniclers note he charged the Roman treasury enormous sums for these appearances, essentially robbing the state to fund his cosplay as a demigod. His obsession with personal glory and neglect of state affairs weakened the empire's internal stability. Senate members despised him, the army lost respect, and economic turmoil worsened. Eventually, Commodus was strangled in his bath by his wrestling partner, Narcissus, after a conspiracy involving his closest advisors. His death marked the beginning of the Year of the Five Emperors, a period of brutal civil war. Number 7. Elgabilus's religious reforms. At only 14 years old, Elgabilus was installed as emperor, and he wasted no time shocking Roman society. A devout priest of the eastern sun god Elgabil, he forced Romans to worship this deity, even elevating him above Jupiter. He scandalized Rome by marrying and divorcing multiple women and, infamously, a Vestal virgin, which broke sacred laws punishable by death. Romans were appalled at this cultural revolution. Elagabilus's attempts to replace centuries-old traditions with foreign gods led to widespread unrest. His political incompetence, paired with his personal scandals, like hosting extravagant bizarre feasts, eventually caused his own grandmother to plot his downfall. He was assassinated at just 18 years old, his body thrown into the Tiber River to erase the shame he brought to the empire. Number 6. Caracala's Massacre of Alexandria. When Caracalla visited Alexandria in 215 CE, the city's residents, known for their sharp wit, mocked him mercilessly in public plays and satires. Caracalla, already infamous for fratricide, he murdered his brother Geta to secure power, was not a man known for a thick skin. He responded by inviting Alexandria's scholars and elite citizens to a meeting, and massacred them. This mass killing devastated one of the empire's intellectual hubs. Alexandria, home to the famous library and a vibrant multicultural community, never fully recovered its golden age. Caracala's heavy-handedness didn't secure loyalty, it bred hatred, contributing to his own assassination just 3 years later. Today, Caracala is remembered less for his administrative reforms and more for his terrifying temper tantrums. Number 5. Didius Giulianis' Auction of the Empire. In 193 CE, the Praetorian Guard decided to literally sell the Roman Empire to the highest bidder after murdering Emperor Pertinax. Didius Giulianis won the auction by promising an outrageous payment to each guard. Romans were horrified. Imagine waking up to find your country's leadership transferred like a shady eBay deal, and you didn't even get prime shipping. His legitimacy was questioned from the start. Rival generals across the empire rose up in revolt almost immediately. Giulianis had no military support and was executed after just 9 weeks in power. His death marked the beginning of the Year of the Five Emperors, another brutal civil war that weakened the empire severely. Number 4. Anorius' neglect of Rome. In 410 CE, the unimaginable happened. Rome, once the Eternal City, was sacked by the Visigoths under Alaric. Emperor Anorius, safe behind the marshes of Ravenna, famously showed little concern. According to historian Procopius, when he heard Rome had perished, Honorius first thought someone was talking about his favorite chicken named Rome. The sack of Rome shocked the ancient world. Rome hadn't been captured in 800 years. Though Honorius survived, the Western Roman Empire began a sharp downward spiral. His failure to lead effectively and his almost cartoonish detachment from reality marked the beginning of the end for one of history's greatest civilizations. Number 3. Maximus Thraxes' Reign of Terror. Maximus Thrax was a giant of a man, and he ruled like a military dictator. Suspicious of the Senate and elite classes, he executed countless wealthy Romans to seize their assets for endless military campaigns. His obsession with military might drain the economy and bred paranoia. Eventually, even the legions grew weary. His oppressive taxation led to revolts, and in 238 CE, the Senate declared Maximinus an enemy of Rome. Before he could even reach Rome to crush them, his own soldiers assassinated him during a siege. His chaotic reign plunged Rome into the crisis of the 3rd century, nearly 50 years of civil war, invasions, and plagues. Number 2. Li Chaoong's lavish spending. In 12th century Vietnam, Emperor Li Chaotong became infamous for his obsession with constructing extravagant palaces and temples, while his people suffered through widespread famine and natural disasters. Instead of using the imperial treasury to alleviate the famine, he squandered resources on building personal pleasure palaces and decadent Buddhist monuments. His self-indulgence led to mass uprisings and severe weakening of royal authority. Peasant rebellions erupted across Vietnam, and by the time Li Chaotong died in 1210, the dynasty was crumbling. His reign is now remembered as a textbook case of how ignoring basic governance in favor of personal vanity can topple even centuries-old institutions. Number 1. Galba's broken promises. When Galba seized power after Nero's suicide, he made one fatal mistake. He refused to pay the bribes he had promised to the Praetorian Guard, the very people responsible for maintaining the emperor's personal safety. In a stunning display of frugality, or stupidity, Galba declared, "It is my habit to choose soldiers, not buy them." Within months, he lost the support of the army and the elite. Otho, one of his former allies, orchestrated a coup, and Galba was hacked to death in the Roman Forum. His severed head was paraded on a spike, a stark reminder that sometimes paying your bills or your guards is quite literally a matter of life and death in politics. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this wild ride through history's greatest facepalms, smash that like and subscribe for more videos. Drop a comment below telling me, which emperor do you think made the worst decision ever? Or, which ancient empire would you totally rule better? Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and try not to auction your life on eBay like Didius Giulianis.